Hey homeschool families, and welcome back. This video is more so for my new families that was affected by COVID-19, don't want to send their students back face to face, and unsure of even the traditional school virtually. So this video is definitely going to go over each step that you should take in order to homeschool. Hopefully this will help you understand and make your decisions as to if homeschool is a good fit for you and your family. Please, before we dive in, go ahead and hit that little red button and subscribe. Make sure you're following us on social media, and definitely share this video because right now everyone needs help and direction as to public school or homeschool or what it looks like. So please share this video so that you can help another family. If you are interested in homeschooling and learning the steps, stay tuned.
We like the fun, we like the games, we like to learn. Over at It's Time for Homeschool. We are smart, we are clever, we are cool. All because we homeschool. Homeschool, homeschool, homeschool. It's time for homeschool. Homeschool, homeschool, homeschool. It's time for homeschool.
All right, homeschool families. So let's go ahead and dive into how to get started with homeschool. The process is super easy. I think people overthink the process. So when you say homeschooling, they think that they're actually starting a whole traditional school setting or have to mimic it, but they do not. So the first thing and most important, you have to withdraw your student from school first. You have to. You go to the school, you fill out your form. I think you take your ID, but you have to withdraw them. You can't just say, I'm not sending my student back, or the school will be looking for your student and they will try to get you in trouble. It is a real thing. So definitely go to the school, fill out the form. I have heard of some stories where the school would try to detour you in your decision to homeschool and, keeping the student in school. But if you've already made the decision that homeschool is a good fit for you, definitely stick to that and just say no thank you and ask for the transcript. Now that transcript is going to help you understand where you should start with your students, help you understand where to start with your students. It's going to let you know, was the subjects mastered, or if that you kind of need to go back a little bit and work on some things before going to the next level. It's also going to let you know the different topics that have already been covered. Okay, so number 2, once you've already withdrawn your student, once you've already received the transcript from the school, you then want to go onto your state website. I am in the state of Georgia, so you will Google Georgia's state of intent, declaration of intent. I will make a separate video on how to do that. Super easy. But just Google it for homeschoolers, declaration of intent with your state. It's about a 5-minute process, maybe 7 minutes, but it's super easy. It's free, but that registers your child with the state. It says, hey, Georgia State, I am the parent of Johnny, and Johnny will be homeschooled by me. It will go over the requirements as well. We have to school for 180 days, 4.5 hours a day. We have to keep attendance, the subjects that we have to cover. It also states that in the state of Georgia, you don't have to have a degree, but you do have to have a GED or a high school diploma. Okay? So it goes over that. Make sure that you print that form out. You don't have to send it anywhere. You don't have to do anything with it, but it is for your records. Print it out, save it. You're going to do that every single year around August. So when you do your intent, you're going to do it from August of 2020 to August of 2021. Okay, so you have a year to get that 180 days in. Doesn't matter if you don't school every day in between it, but you can do it for 1 year. Okay, so After you've withdrawn your student and gotten your transcript, you are going to go onto Google and you're going to register with the state as a homeschooler. Number 3, you are going to start deschooling, okay? Deschooling is when you transition from a government institute or a public school setting into a less traditional setting or a less uniform setting, which is homeschooling, okay? During this time of deschooling, you're going to be doing your research, you're going to be finding out what homeschool is about, you're going to be joining some groups. Also within this, you are going to be getting to know your child. What ways do your child like to learn? What they like to learn, their challenges, their strengths, and also their learning styles, okay? There's tests that you can Google, learning styles for kids, and the kids can take the test, maybe like 10-minute tests to let you know what type of learner are they. It's the same thing that we do here at Time for Homeschool so that we can actually teach the child at their learning levels. So we can actually teach that child the way they like to be learned. I am a visual myself. I learn best with visuals. But students are different. Every student learns different. That's why one traditional school setting may not work for every student. There is no one size fit all learning, okay? While you're deschooling, this is also during the time that you would start to figure out how you want to homeschool. What does that look like? Will it be a curriculum on a computer? Will it be more nature-based? Will you enroll in a program like Time for Homeschool? Will you just be taking it day by day? Will you have a schedule? All of these things will play a part into deschooling. So you definitely want to start now. Again, you don't have to mimic traditional school in your home. If you want to, that's totally fine, but you don't have to. That's not a requirement. That is one out of like 10 different ways to homeschool. And I will make a separate video on different ways to homeschool so that you can have an idea on the different ways of homeschooling. So that's literally the steps, at least here in Georgia, that you will have to take. Although states vary, the process is still similar. Do your research, of course, but it literally is just that simple. Homeschooling is very rewarding. You will enjoy it. You have to have patience. If something is not working for you, if you choose a curriculum and your child absolutely hates, change it. You are not married to a particular curriculum. If you start with a Becca, and this is just an example, if you start with a Becca, if you start with myhomeschool.com and you don't like it and you want to switch over to the Time for Homeschool, perfectly fine. That doesn't matter. And if for some reason you decide later on, high school or whatever, your child is going to go back to school after homeschooling during this time, then you would just create a transcript and send them back to school. Give the school the transcript that lets them know, again, where to place your child. And there you have it. It's literally just that simple. And I answer that question because I get that question a lot. Yes, you can send your student back to school. No, they will not be behind. Okay. So I hope that this kind of helped you feel a little more comfortable with the process. If it's something that I still need to clarify, or if you have questions, please leave them down in the comments, or you can privately message me. I will have my contact information below. But I hope that this has kind of cleared up some curiosity. I know that we are in the middle of an educational crisis. I know that people are just trying to figure out things, but just take some time, calm down, take your time, have patience with the process, and trust the process. Okay, you're doing an amazing job, and good luck with your school year.